I quickly swap places with my twin sister in the absence of her billionaire husband. She's going on a 3-day getaway with her ex-boyfriend, Declan. The rules are simple. Act like her until she returns. Tessa walks me through every important detail I need to know about her husband. She even jokes that I can sleep with him if I want. I instantly frown, and she laughs. Loosen up a bit, Thea. You're too uptight. Tessa was supposed to marry Declan, but he disappeared for 3 years with no trace or explanation. She waited, then moved on, and married Jason. Now Declan's back, and she's risked everything to see him again. She's always been reckless when it comes to love, wild, impulsive, and unstoppable. I've always been the opposite, quiet, private, and too cautious for my own good. We share a face, a voice, a body. Even our parents can't tell us apart when we don't want them to. But that's where the similarity ends. Still, I agree to play her part. I always do. She knows how to persuade me, how to twist my heart until I can't say no. So here I am in her penthouse, waiting for Jason, the man I barely know, to walk through the door. The loud honk of a car startles me, and moments later, the front door swings open. Jason steps inside, tall, confident, carrying the air of a man used to control. When his eyes meet mine, my pulse jumps. He doesn't say a word. He just studies me, slow, piercing, unblinking. Then he cups my face in his hands and kisses me deeply, possessively. I freeze, every nerve screaming. Just when I think I'm about to break, he pulls back and murmurs, "You taste different." My heart stops, but then he smiles faintly and says, "Variety is the spice of life, wifey," before walking toward the staircase. I finally breathe again and hurry to the kitchen, fumbling for my phone. Tessa answers on the first ring. I whisper, "Your husband is a weirdo. I almost believed he knew I wasn't you." She laughs softly. "Keep up the good work, Thea. You'll be fine." I don't understand her calmness. How can she be so sure? Later, when I return to the bedroom, I hear the shower running. Jason emerges, completely naked. My jaw drops. My eyes betray me before I can look away. "Tessa," he says, stretching out his hand. I blink, trying to gather myself. "Come here," he urges. I take his hand, hesitating. He pulls me closer, his skin warm, his body solid. "You okay?" he asks quietly. I nod, barely breathing. He smiles, lies down beside me, wraps an arm around my waist, and falls asleep like nothing strange at all. The next morning, I wake up relieved. 1 night down, 2 to go. Jason leaves for work, and I stay on the phone with Tessa through most of the day. Everything seems manageable, until that evening. Jason returns earlier than usual, holding a shopping bag. "I got you something," he says. Inside is a beautiful dinner gown. "Get ready. We're going out." "A date?" I ask, startled. He grins. "Sure, baby. Go get ready." The restaurant is perfect. Soft lighting, live music, and an atmosphere dripping with luxury. He's charming, attentive, even gentle. For the first time, I see why Tessa fell for him. By the time we return home at midnight, I can feel something shifting inside me. In the bedroom, I pretend to be tired, but Jason pulls me toward the bathroom, insisting we shower together. My heart races. I've never done anything like this. Still, I comply, stripping reluctantly. His gaze lingers on me, hungry and searching. I silently pray nothing happens. Then, an idea saves me. I grab a sanitary pad and mutter something about my period. Jason sighs, disappointment flashing in his eyes. The tension dissolves. We end up in bed, tangled under the sheets, fully clothed, falling asleep in silence. By the third day, I can barely contain my relief. I'm finally going home. Tessa's flight lands at 2 p.m. She calls around noon, saying she and Declan are packing up to leave the resort. But 2 hours later, she's still unreachable. I keep calling until a woman finally answers. "This is Dr. Mabel," the voice says softly. "The owner of this phone and her husband died in a ghastly car crash." The world goes silent. My sister, my twin, my other half, gone. My knees give way and hot tears stream down my face. I lose not just Tessa, but myself, because now, to everyone else, I am her. Jason walks in, alarmed by my tears. Did I do something wrong? I can barely speak. My sister is dead. He wraps me in his arms, holding me tightly as I sob. We tell our parents. We bury her. Weeks turn to months. And I keep grieving, haunted by guilt, by the lie I'm forced to live. Jason tries everything to comfort me, but nothing works. One night, 6 months later, he snaps. "It's been half a year, Tessa. How long will you keep grieving?" The name cuts through me like glass. Tessa. I stare at him, wondering how to tell him the truth, that his wife really did die, and I'm the wrong twin still breathing. But then I see it. The exhaustion in his eyes, the quiet sorrow he hides behind his anger. He's broken too. So I decide to keep living the lie. Maybe it's the only way either of us can survive. Days turn to weeks, weeks to months. Slowly, I start to feel alive again. Jason is kind, attentive, patient. He spoils me, protects me, adores me. No one has ever loved me like this. And before I can stop myself, I fall in love with him. The guilt never leaves, but love begins to outweigh it. Tonight, I give in completely. For the first time, I let myself be his. It's tender, breathtaking, real. I fall asleep in his arms, feeling seen, whole, loved. 2 years later, on a quiet Saturday, I'm cleaning the master bedroom when I find something wedged between Jason's books. A diary. I never knew he kept one. Curiosity gets the better of me. I open it. The first line freezes my blood. My wife and her ex are planning a getaway, but I have a better plan for them. My heart slams in my chest. I flip through more pages. Bank statements, records of money transfers. Tessa was stealing from Jason's company and sending it to Declan. Tears blur my vision. The walls seem to close in. By the time Jason walks in that afternoon, the diary is clutched in my trembling hands. He sees it, exhales slowly, and shuts the door. "What happened to my sister?" I demand, my voice breaking. He sits down, calm, eyes steady. 3 months after our marriage, I found out she was cheating. I didn't confront her. I waited, hoping she'd change, but she got worse. I bugged her phone. That's how I found out about their plan, to rob me and fake their deaths. You were part of the setup. She wanted to do you a favor, give you a taste of her life. His voice turns colder. So I played them at their own game. I made their death real. I stare at him, shaking. How could you? How can a man so loving be capable of something like that? "I was never going to hurt you," he says softly. "You were innocent, just like me." The silence that follows is deafening. My mind spins, torn between horror and heartbreak. I pack my things and leave that night. Jason pleads for forgiveness, but I can't stay. I need to breathe. 3 months pass. Every night feels emptier than the one before. I can't stop thinking about him, his touch, his voice, his brokenness. I miss him despite everything. One night, I drive to the penthouse. When I walk in, Jason is there, unkempt, unshaven, eyes red from lack of sleep. The moment he sees me, he freezes. Then he moves, closing the distance between us. We collide in a desperate embrace. I missed you, we both whisper at the same time. He looks into my eyes, tears threatening to fall. I'm sorry for everything. If it'll make you happy, I'll turn myself in. I place a finger on his lips. Shh, I forgive you. We can start over. Jason pulls me into his arms and kisses me, tenderly at first, then fiercely, like he's afraid I'll vanish again. We make love right there on the floor, surrounded by the ghosts of our past. And for the first time, he calls me by my real name, Thea. It sounds like a promise. Months later, we marry quietly in Vegas. 9 months after that, I'm pregnant. Jason is gentle, protective, endlessly loving. Sometimes I still wake up from dreams of Tessa, from the life I borrowed that turned into mine. But when Jason holds me close, whispering my name like it's his favorite word, I know I've finally found peace. And maybe, after everything, that's enough. If you love this story, do subscribe, leave a comment, and click the notification button